Well, it's the second day after leaving McDonald's, and you can see the I-5 way down there in the distance. We've come across that range of hills, that little valley, and up on these hills, and been circling around up here, switch back and around for the last couple hours. It's about 9 o'clock. I started about 7. And this is what we got. Day 46. Sunday, Mother's Day. Climbing up to Wrightwood. Probably about another 4.5 miles, I think, to get there. It's now around 8 in the morning. I got an early start at 5:30 to beat the heat. And it is up. It's been up almost the whole way, which takes longer. I was hoping to get to Wrightwood yesterday late, but too many uphills here to do that. The trail that I'm on was actually closed about 2 weeks ago for a fire, and I notice now that fire people have left some signs. It says escape route. I guess that's so that the firefighters can know which way to go if they got to evacuate real quick themselves. But yeah, this trail was closed for fire reasons, but it's been reopened the last 4 or 5 days, so we could use it. Anyway, little bit of info. Well, our trail out of Wrightwood is going to be road walking for a while, so that's going to be fun. Anyway, so we've got about a little over 70 miles to go to get to Acton, which is the next town we can resupply at. For the most part, we got 70 miles to go, and I'm figuring maybe 6 days to get there. We'll see, depends on the terrain. I got food for 8, so I'm covered. California too, that's closed to traffic for obvious reasons. There's been rock slides, and this whole thing was buried in rock slides, I guess, a week ago, and they've cleaned most of it up, but there's still snow blocking the road and stuff. But it's our road walk. So we have two choices. We can take the PCT, which kind of parallels this, or we can take this. Most people are taking this. The PCT has some major snow issues, and some of them unsafe, just like we did on San Jacinto. So this is the alternate. So we're doing about an 8-mile road walk to get around those unsafe areas on the highway. Of course, there's no traffic to worry about. So my road walk turned into a just like the trail. Snow's covering everything, but I can get through here. This is not safe. I mean, this is not unsafe. Anyway, again, part of the reason why the road's closed. There's too much snow. This road is starting to act more like a trail. Every time you turn around, a bunch of rocks are in the middle of the trail. You gotta walk over and go around them. Well, this is day 2 of my road walk. It's going to probably go another day. There's a lot of road closures and a lot of trail closures. Here, this is the middle of May when I'm filming this, and look at the amount of snow still across the road here. And that's just not one spot; it just goes on and on like that. So, along with the rock slides, which are sometimes minor, sometimes major, and come across the entire road. So definitely had some weather this year. Well, the road walk isn't going to be much different than some of the trail scrambles over boulders we do. Oh well, that's the way it goes. One problem on the road walks is we don't have the streams to get access to water because they're generally way down under the road. But one thing we can do is we can find some clean snow, scrape the top off, put snow in some of our containers, and it'll melt while we carry it during the day. So I've done that. I've got about 3 liters of snow, which will probably give me maybe a little less than 1 liter, maybe a liter of water, depends how moist the snow does seem pretty moist, so I might get a liter out of it. Anyway, just another way to collect water. Well, we have some more road walking to do. Because of the mountain yellow-legged frog, we have part of the trail closed, so we have to do about another 4 miles of road walking to get around this area. Well, today's May 18th. It's day 50 of my PCT hike, and I got back on the PCT last night after 2 days of road walking due to road closures and trail closures and endangered frogs. Slept last night in a tent on the PCT, not on the PCT, but beside the PCT, and now I'm back on the trail and heading, while the PCT actually goes north overall, right now I'm heading west, and looks like I'll be heading west for about 8 miles, and then we'll turn back to the north again. Anyway, just wanted to check in and let you know what was going on. Well, here's what Mother Nature does. There was a major rock slide. You can see the trail there in the center of the screen, and the trail here again in the center of the screen, and all this stuff in the middle is a rock slide. And of course people started making a trail through. I'm surprised that little tree survived with all that stuff coming down. But anyway, that happens. Sometimes we got to adapt to the trail. Eventually a trail crew will come out here and they'll do some stabilization and figure out what they're going to do. But when I told you the trail kind of paralleled the highway, this is pretty close. It's not quite this close the whole way, but yeah, it does parallel the highway quite a bit. And quite often you're looking down over an edge and seeing the highway. So I wonder what came first, the highway or the trail, or both. Obviously whoever made the trail picked a reasonable route, and maybe the highway people decided to do the same thing. I don't know. Well, I've been filmed a lot today. It's all been like this. Been up these hills and down these hills. We call them PUDs, pointless up and downs. I know they're not pointless, but it just feels that way. It's now 84 degrees and it's about 2:30. So a few more hours of hiking. Hopefully this heat will start to diminish here in a little bit.